Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be another quick and to the point tutorial covering two looks from one palette, the new Glitterbomb palette from Too Faced. This first look is going to be a glazed candied apple look, and the time markers are going to be available here if you'd like to skip ahead to the looks that you're most interested in. The second look is a super sparkly gilded ocean sea inspired look. Here is the palette in all of its glitter glory. Just so you can see all of the colors up close, I noticed a ton of people were doing this hot damn purple shade that is at the top, which is why I didn't include it in this video, because there are plenty of videos I've seen out there covering some looks created with that particular shade. So I wanted to focus on some colors that I did not see being utilized as much. I think these shades are beautiful. All of these swatches have been swatched over a glitter glue, except for the matte shades. Those are swatched over a primer. Let's go ahead and get started with the first look. I'm going to begin with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance to prep and prime my eyelid. And then I'm going to be going in with a couple of transition shades. Now, since this is definitely more of a glitter pigment based palette, if you do like transition shades, which I do use those for this particular looks, I would definitely recommend using something that is more of a matte to pair with these. I'm using Tiki Hut from Makeup Geek here with my MAC 217 brush, taking this above the crease and then just really blending that out. Switching here to a synthetic bristled flat brush, I'm just going to be sweeping that same shade underneath the lashes. Now I'm moving on to Cocoa Bear, also from Makeup Geek, and this is a terracotta reddish warm brown that I'm sweeping right into the crease and then really buffing that out and working that in to deepen that crease. Now I'm going to be using the Brightening base, which is the matte white powder, and I'm using a Makeup Geek foiled shadow brush, which is just a really compact brush to pack that on around the tear duct, and then sweep that and blend that out underneath the bottom lashes as well. Now I'm going to be switching to the glitter glue from Too Faced to prep the lid itself before applying these glitter pigments. Now I'm going to be patting this all over the lid and then lightly taking that over the brightening base. And then very quickly, I'm going to switch to those glitter pigments and pat these on top of that before it sets and dries. I'm starting with fairy dust with a brush so that it goes on a little bit more sheer, and I'm tapping that all around the tear duct. Then I'm going to be switching to my finger, beginning with Rosé All Day. And I'm using my finger to pat this onto the lid to give it the maximum opacity. And I cover that in the previous video as well for best practices in applying these. I'm going into Work It now, and this is the color that really pops. And I'm taking that all over the lid and slightly into the crease, and then using a brush, just lightly blending that excess into that transition shade. Now switching back to a foiled shadow brush, I'm just going to be tapping that shade right over that transition shade that is under the bottom lashes as well. Now I'm going to be using one of my favorite pencils, the Laura Mercier Special Brown, and I'm going to be doing a kohl rim, meaning I'm going to rim my entire eye, including my waterline, the inside of the tear duct, waterline on top, as well as right above the lashes, and then I'm going to smudge this out with a brush. Here I'm switching to my smudge brush, and I'm just working right over that pencil just to smudge everything out. And then I'm going to go back once this is completely smudged out with that intensifying base with that same little smudge brush. And I'm going to take this and set that creamy pencil in place with that intensifying base and also darken that pencil just a bit. And just give it a little bit more of an exotic finish to that line. Going back with a concealer brush to work it, I'm going to take this and really tap this on just underneath that pencil to really bring out that color. Now I'm using a makeup wipe to clean up anything that has fallen out underneath the eye. I really don't have a lot here, but anytime you're working with glitter, I would highly recommend do your eyes first and then complete the rest of your face so that you have the ability to do that cleanup. Here I'm applying a couple of coats of the Better Than Sex mascara, also from Too Faced, which is one of my absolute favorites. I'm doing a couple coats on top and bottom, and then I'm going in here with my concealer just to cover up any darkness and make everything look really clean and polished underneath the eye. And then I'm going to finish this look with a set of full fluffy lashes that are not overly dense, but give a really nice effect to finish this eye. Okay, now we're ready for look number 2. This is going to begin the same way with that eyeshadow primer, which I've already applied. Now I'm going back into that Tiki Hut transition shade, which is just a really soft, warm brown. I'm going to work that in with my 217 brush there, and then I'm going to switch here to a really dense brush and pack on that intensifying base all over the outside corner of the eyelid, working in little sections and lifting it up just a little bit at that outside corner. I'm going to switch back to my 217 brush here and then buff the edges of this out on the top of that crease. Now I'm going to be using a marine blue-green color for my pencil. I'm going to line this all along the bottom lashes and really broaden this on the bottom lashes. I'm going to be doing something different on the top, but I am going to take this into my top waterline, which you can see me going underneath the lashes there, really working this into the tear duct and throughout the rest of the bottom lashes. For the prep on the lid, I'm actually, instead of using glitter glue here, I'm going to be using the Sparkle Nude Creamy Eye Pencil from NYX, which is a great option. If you don't have glitter glue, you can use a cream eyeshadow to get that same density from the glitters. I'm going to be going into Splash now, which is one of my favorites in the palette, this really pretty blue-green color that definitely transforms when you put it on top of that intensifying base, so it's really going to pop and grab there. Then I'm going to be moving to Glitter Goals and taking this all over the center of the eyelid. Again, just pressing that on with my finger, lightly letting that go up to the crease, and then using my brush to finish blending out the excess. And to finish, I'm going to go in with this gold greenish color. The glitter in it actually comes off a little bit more like that teal green. And then the undertone of that pigment is more of the gold. I'm going to take that on the inside of the lid, and then underneath the eye, I'm going back with Splash and a smudge brush. On this inside corner, I'm using that gold again, just around that tear duct, just to really brighten that. And then I'm going to finish with liquid liner all the way across the top, lifting up on that outside corner. And I have a tutorial that goes over lining with a liquid liner and doing a winged line, much more in depth than this video will. I'll link that down below. I'm going to complete this eye, of course, with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, a couple of coats on top and bottom. Cleaning up with a makeup wipe, I'm going to go in next with a concealer and really brighten underneath that eye. And then I'm going to finish with a set of lashes. And that completes these 2 looks, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, and I hope to see you back soon.